Yo, hello everyone, welcome back to another installment of the series. I almost forgot what we were doing last time, but we're in the Duke's archives actually, and we should go and kill the dragon, Seath the Scaleless. Um, so let's go. The most trouble I ran in when I try to kill Seath is actually the tail. I really love to cut the tail because I really like making sorcery builds and I love the Moonlight Greatsword, which you get from the tail, of course. Uh, Traverse the white light, nice. And we're gonna try and take that, but of course it's not the main focus. So, the Crystal Cave. It's not very, beginner friendly, but I guess by this time we're not beginners anymore in the Dark Souls world. So anyway, I usually just try and go past these guys, not to not take too much time. So the first real trouble you're gonna have are these invisible puffs. As you can see, I am working on nothing. If you have played Dark Souls, if you got to this part, you probably already know. The second part is some golems, some crystal golems that are actually much stronger than the usual one, like that one. I'm not gonna lie, I still have some problems killing them. What you can do though, if you don't want to kill them, you can just go past them. The good news is, if you do attempt and manage to kill them, you only have to do so one time. Okay, now. Okay, this path is terribly tricky. Sometimes I almost die. There are 3 of these guys down here. I usually have to do more rounds to get one. Ooh, he got here, which I guess is better for me. The worst part about fighting this guy is that you may fall. But here I am much more shielded, I guess, by the previous fall I had. Okay. Pretty easy, pretty easy. So, now comes the actual hardest part. Let's see if I have a better weapon. Demon Strip +3. Do I actually have a better weapon? Maybe. I don't know if the Claymore does more damage. It doesn't. I mean, it says it doesn't. Anyway. So the invisible puffs. What you can do to prevent yourself from falling down, you can make a path with the... Oh, I didn't get those. You actually got some prism stones that you can use, and you can throw down the path so you know where to go. Anyway, since we don't have those, we're just gonna have to walk straight. I think... Where do we have to get? Okay, we have to get there. So if we just walk straight, we should get there. You see, there's a ledge there which indicates where we actually have to get. So it's not that difficult, but of course if you need wait a second, actually let me put this down here. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, if you need anything, you can actually just use the prism stones and you shouldn't have any problems. Okay, let's go again. Now I really it's not required technically, but you should really kill these guys before you go into the boss fog. I mean, there's not a fog the first time, but into the boss fight, because they are a pain to deal with alone, and if you're fighting the boss, it's pretty terrible. So let's try to kill them now. But I mean, they're not easy to fight, but actually you can see that if you have a weapon that does enough pulse damage, you can stun them with the first hit. Not with the second hit, not with the third, but just with the first hit. So you hit them, go back and hit them again. Let's see which one we aggro first, because you see, it's not always the nearest one that gets aggroed, so you really have to be careful, make one step at a time, especially if you don't know which one. If you've got sorcery or whatever, you can use that. Okay. Man, maybe I am under-leveled actually. I don't know. But I mean, it's not gonna be a big problem. You see, the farthest one got aggroed. You really wouldn't expect that, and also you wouldn't see this guy. If you're unaware, it's possible that you don't see this guy. Also, I recommend always using a shield, just to be sure. Their attacks are devastating, and actually they get pretty far away, and it's not easy to predict them. So if you're in front of them, just use the shield. If not, you can just, hit them. And stun them. Of course, if you haven't noticed, there's one here in the back. We're gonna aggro it. Otherwise, it will get aggroed anyway. At least I think so. Come here, boy. So the most important part of the boss fight, of the Seath boss fight, is not getting cursed. Of course, everyone who has played Dark Souls or has seen someone else play Dark Souls and has seen them in the depths with the basilisks can have a pretty good idea of what I'm talking about. When you get cursed, your health is halved, and it's not an easy status to get rid of. You need a purging stone, or you need the guy in New Londo ruins. Either way, they're not so easy to get, especially if you're half elf. Maybe they are now, because we're pretty far in the game. Kinda, not that much, but kinda. Anyway, so that's your first concern. Don't get cursed. If you die, I mean, you can try again, there's no problem. If you get cursed, you know, before you try again, you should really go back, because doing a boss at half health is not the best thing, you know. So, what you can do is use the dinghy robe, which you should have if you let Lothric kill the you know, the girl, the firekeeper. If not, there are plenty more armor. There's plenty of armors who have which have high resistance to curse. One of those is the Havel armor, actually. But you know, if you don't want to be over encumbered, I think like priestess robes or something like that. We got something like that in the archives, and they're pretty good against curse. If you don't know which one are good, which one is good, just, you know, browse them, see which they are, and make your choice. Anyway, let's kill this guy. So now, what is actually a good tactic? Okay, so let's put on. You can see the curse resist of this is 0. So let's change that. So the dinghy wood is pretty good. Dinghy robe. The owl gauntlets are okay. The skirt, you can see, it's pretty good. Of course, I think the owl armor is better overall. Oh no, this is not better. But even if it is, you're gonna fat roll and you don't want that. This is the same. Anyway, okay, we're fast rolling. So let's change the shield, because we're not gonna need that much actually. So, a good trick if you want to, I don't think we're gonna get the sword, but a good trick to get the sword is run to the crystal, which is the thing that keeps, you know, Seath from dying. If you don't destroy this crystal, he is still immortal. Anyway, you stay here. Seath is actually, I think he can't see, he's blind. When he does that, he should destroy the crystal. Did he? I think he did. He gets stunned for a while. And you can take the opportunity, you know, to hit the tail. Okay, see? These things can curse you. So, better to die than get cursed. Anyway, if you don't want the... what should I call it? I mean, if you don't want the Moonlight Greatsword, it's not that important to hit the tail. Since we are not a sorcery build, I don't think... I mean, you saw what I did, and you can do it. It's not that hard. But if you don't want that, you should actually stay away from the tail and try to attack the other two tails around him. They're easier to get to, and also the tail delivers a nasty attack, a nasty physical attack, which sends you flying. Yeah, it's not easily avoidable. So just stay away from his breath attacks. And wait. He stays a while. He's blind, so he's gonna move each time you move. Every time you make noise. See? If you get near him, he's gonna turn. Anyway, you can just, the easiest way to do this boss is just attack and stay away. If you have good curse resistance, it's gonna be actually pretty easy. Just try, you know, to get much farther away. Then when you get in, he's gonna probably attack you. And you can go behind him and strike. Or, you know, near his tentacles. If you do actually stay close to his tentacles, whoa. See, the tail hit is actually pretty devastating. The tentacles attacked you, but it's not with the same level of force as the tail. So most people actually attack this guy from the front. Because, you know, the tail attack is actually pretty deceiving. Fuck you. I wanna kill this guy. Damn, my aim is so bad today. Anyway, come here, boy. Sure. Whatever. Anyway, come here, boy. Attack. Use your attack. If you stay here, when he turns, he's gonna take you away with him. So you can attack. You can attack him and not move. He's gonna move you around with his tails. You're gonna be mighty fine. Okay, let's do it again. The best thing to do, as I said, is to stay clear. First of all, when you're not attacking him, of course. First of all, because you wanna avoid his breaths and his coil attack and... oh fuck. Okay, I died. Anyway. So the crystals, actually, that are around the cave can block you. So, if you stay too much near him, near the tail, near his extremities or whatever, you're actually gonna get yourself blocked between himself and the cave. So, and that's what I actually did there. Actually, maybe I could have, you know, avoided. I died because I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see the crystal before me. But if you do pay attention, the best thing to do is just to stay clear and let him come to you, because you can create some space. You can create some space between yourself and him inside the cave. So let's aggro this golem. Come here, boy. Okay. So we're just gonna have to run back. Remember, of course, to know where to go. So you don't take too much damage or just fall to your death. So here you just have to go straight. There's not much to say about that. And remember to run here, because it's kinda deceiving. If you go this way, you can go straight and you're not gonna die, actually. Here, remember to kill the clams. I mean, that's what I usually do. Okay, let's try to go in just by avoiding the clamps. That's actually not recommended. See, they are pretty fast. And also, you're gonna have to deal with those when you finish. Of course, when you do kill Seath, a bonfire appears. Oh fuck! I forgot actually to eat the crystal. I did forget to eat the crystal actually. Anyway. Ooh, my souls. Ooh, also, if you have some humanity and you are really afraid of the curse and maybe you don't have the dingy robe for whatever reason, maybe you killed Lautrec early, you can use humanity. The cap for humanity when you need curse resistance is 30. So you can keep using humanities up to 30. Of course you have to be more careful when you go back, because if you die you lose those humanity too, if you do die to Seath, which I shouldn't have, but no one is perfect, I guess. I guess someone is perfect. There's the guy who did all the trilogy of Dark Souls without taking one hit, which is pretty impressive, I must say. I mean, Dark Souls 3 is pretty difficult in that way, and Dark Souls 2 it's a nightmare when you don't have to take a hit, because most of the bosses, some of the bosses actually, not most of them, involve small minions, but most of them are kinda gimmicky. So we run. You really have to be careful of those coils or tentacles or whatever. Okay, let's make him get to us. We're doing not that much damage for a variety of reasons. First of all, I think we're actually kinda under leveled. Maybe we should get a better weapon. Actually, not a better weapon. For example, I mean the claymore is pretty good, but for example the Dwyander might be good, because it doesn't have really a good moveset, but it does deal quite a lot of damage, which is probably the best way to go about when encountering bosses. I mean, you just stack poise and you do a lot of damage, and that's why Dark Souls is actually easy. So okay. Let's stay away. Then let's go back. Fuck. See? You really want to avoid that getting clipped between his cores and the walls. That can be pretty deadly, pretty devastating actually. Okay, let's go back. Just gonna shoot his beams. Maybe I should level up more. Or level up, a tougher weapon. Because we're really taking too much time with the bosses. And I wouldn't want the videos to be too long. Maybe at Swayander could be good. Swayander. Anyway, let's make him rage a little. And let's wait for him to get to us so we don't get up between the walls and his coils. And that's actually one of the reasons of why it's not so easy to get the sword. Because if his coil, if you know, the larger coil he has gets clipped, his tail, you know, gets clipped in the cavern, in the crystals, of course you can't eat it. You have to eat, I mean, the farthest extremity to actually get the sword. And you know, the cave is actually pretty long, but it doesn't have much longitudinal space, I guess. Okay, it's gonna rage. It's long but not that wide, so if you get to him in kind of an awkward way, you're not really gonna get the sword. Which, I mean, we don't need, but maybe if you want to do a sorcerer build, a caster build, you know, you might need it. Come here, boy. Yeah. He's actually blind. I don't know if sounds really has an effect on him. It doesn't seem so. I mean, who cares? It's a pretty easy boss. If you don't get distracted, Seath is a pretty easy boss. Anyway. Humanity. Okay, so let's light the bonfire and let's see if we can level up vitality. Sure, why not? Let's put some vitality and maybe some dexterity. You know? Okay. So, where do we go now? Let's reinforce, repair the equipment. So, where should we go now? Probably the best place we can go now is the Daughter of Chaos, because you know, the fire demon is not that hard to do and it doesn't have that much HP. Do we have any other options? I don't think so, actually. We could go to New London, and we could also go. Let me see if I have the Zweihander. Do I have it? Oh, I also have the Black Knight Albert, which I forgot actually. We should have used that actually. You know, let's do it. Let's use the Albert. Let's change our setup a little. Okay, let's go. We're gonna go to the Daughter of Chaos. Actually, I think the Black Knight equipment, I mean the sword, the big sword, the halberd, the axe, I think they all do more damage to demons, which, you know, is pretty good, especially here. We should also kill the Centipede demon. If we can. There's a bunch of Taurus demons. If you do kill them, and if you do have, you know, the ring that the Centipede demons drops, you can go through the lava and take the ember. I don't actually know what ember it is. Maybe it is the Chaos Ember or the Great Fire Ember or whatever. Anyway, these embers are pretty nice actually. Let's put on a good shield. Do we have a good shield actually? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. No, let's go without the shield. It's risky, but it's faster. Oh fuck. Ooh, we one-shot him. Nice. Very nice. As I said, they're pretty good against demons. Okay, let's go ahead. So, we can rest at the bonfire below. Do we have... did we kill the... There is a worm. Yeah, down there, there's a worm. I don't know how we're actually gonna kill him now. I mean, it's not that hard to kill him without, you know, having arrows or any ranged attack. You can do it. It's not that hard. Of course, if you do have ranged weapons, it's super easy, so I do recommend using that, using any arrows. It just requires time. Fuck. Okay. Come here. Thanks. No, fuck. I didn't want to do that, actually. The life of a Dark Souls player is pretty easy, man. If you go there, you can see what expects us, the Centipede demon down there. So, how do we kill this guy without any ranged weapons? You go here, you step back, you wait for him to attack, you attack him, you go back again, you bait an attack, you rebait an attack, you rebait an attack, You attack him because he won't attack you. And then you get to the bonfire. Let's level up. Oh no, we can't. Okay. We're gonna take the soul of a proud knight. And you know, let's go kill the boss. You have to be careful of these little balls of fat. They're pretty easy to kill and they're very slow, but if you do get it, they're devastating. They do a fire breath, which actually kinda stunlocks you. So be very careful. So now we have to deal with the Taurus demon once again, but this time, I mean, we're pretty jacked, I'd say. We can kill him with 2 hits if we use the halberd, and probably if we use any Black Knight weapon, we're gonna be fine. And if you, you know, if you upgrade your normal weapons to plus 15 or something like that, no, good. For example, a claymore is fine. You can use the claymore, but you can also use the Zweihander, and that's much better. It's slower, but I mean, who cares against these guys? They're pretty slow themselves. If you do want to use, you know, a two-handed weapon, I recommend always baiting out the attack first, especially if you're playing PvE. You can do that in PvP too, but you know, PvE wise, always bait out an attack and then attack yourself. We're gonna go there sometimes for Solaire, but for now, let's kill this demon, the demon Firesage. Remember, of course, to roll. That's the most important thing. So the good thing about this guy is he actually has less health than the I don't remember the name of the other demon, the wandering demon or whatever that was in the asylum. But of course he does more damage, he does fire damage, so it can go through your shield, and I mean, we're not using a shield, so who cares, but yeah, beware of this attack, but its attacks are pretty much the same. The only thing which is actually it disturbs you more is the fact that he can run back. It's actually run, but he actually does kind of a leap backwards, like this. And you know, be careful when he does that, because if he distances himself from you, it's gonna be troublesome. Now I really regret not using this weapon against Seath. It's so good, especially with bosses that you don't usually equip a shield against. Hello, Mr. Spicy Meatball. Hello, Mr. Spicy Meatball. So there are 3 spicy meatballs here. You just go, you know, you just go like that. If you do have a Zweihander or a weapon of the sort, you can kill them. You can kill all 3 of them in one hit. I mean, I could also, but I didn't. So, if you get here, you're gonna go up and you're gonna find yourself near the bonfire. which is not, which is is pretty good, not only because it's near, but also because it gives you 10 Estus flasks. So let's level up. Let's level up dexterity a bit. I mean, we do have to do more damage. Maybe we should level up vitality or endurance, I guess. You know what? Let's level up endurance. Who cares? If we level up in endurance, we can use some armor which is heavier, which is gonna make the game even easier for us. Okay, now let's try and kill the Centipede demon. I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy to kill it, especially if you don't do it. If you don't do it very often. Yes, some strange patterns. We can't go this way actually. Where was the Centipede demon? Was it this way? No? I actually don't remember. Probably not. Let's see, let's explore. So, I don't remember actually. Let's kill these guys, just because, you know, one of them kills Solaire. So this is locked, but you can actually unlock it by becoming rank 3 in the Covenant of the, the Spider Lady, the Chaos Covenant. Anyway, fuck. Anyway, let's go back and try to find the demon. I think we went the wrong way. Yeah, we actually have to go this way. So, as I was saying, the Centipede demon, so the first thing you should do when fighting this guy is putting on the best fire resistant armor you have. So fire. So probably this one. I mean there are some sets of armor which are better, but you should equip this one because it's faster, because it makes you roll faster. Why is that? Because you will probably have to go on some lava. Let's see. And if you also have some ring to boost your fire resistance, maybe you should wear it. I don't know if we can fast roll with this. I don't think so. So let's put this on, and let's put the Flamestone plate ring on. So, why did we put all this fire resistance on? Because when you get in, the best thing to do is just roll this way. The fastest possible. No, just roll. You're gonna take some damage, of course, but not that much if you do equip all this armor or whatever on. Let's see if we can actually... No? The wolf ring, yeah. I don't think we actually need the wolf ring. And I actually think we needed a shield. But, you know, who cares? You have to be careful. This guy has some pretty random attacks. You know, just roll, stay away from him, and then attack again. You know, roll, keep rolling. When he jumps, he's pretty erratic, to say the least. So, if you do cut the tail, you can get the charred ring before killing him. So if you don't manage to kill him because, I don't know, you get in the lava, there are many reasons, you know, you could fail. You can go again and use the orange charred ring, and you're gonna take little to no lava damage. See? And that makes the boss pretty easy. You don't have to roll, you know, you don't have to do crazy rolls. You can just go your merry way and not care so much about the lava. Anyway, we're gonna meet our boy Solaire right here.
Why?
They cannot find his own son, and we're gonna kill him later on. Okay, let's level up. We're gonna level up endurance. Nice. Let's leave this on, you know. We're gonna take less fire damage because of it. I mean, you still take a little percentage of damage if you use the orange charred ring. So it's best if you do put some fire resistance on anyway. You know, it's minimal, of course, but why would you take it? Why would you take more damage? Anyway, let's go this way. Just, you know, pay attention to these guys, these dragon bats. Be careful not to aggro them. You're gonna meet some more spicy meatballs up here. Just, you know, dispatch of them quickly. You open this chest and you're gonna find a soul. Soul of a great hero. And there's another temple-like building there. Don't worry about the meatball. It's not gonna bother you as much as the dragon bat. So just go ahead. I think there is some more loot up here. Twin humanities. And they, you know, you can always use some humanities. Did it actually crumble? What happened? What happened? I love this game. You always discover something new. So let's go to the bonfire. Be careful of the fire breath, and of course remember to always stay healthy, because some things can actually one-shot you in the game. Here you're gonna find the bonfire. If you do pay close attention, you're gonna see some message or something that doesn't look like the others. And now it's an important part. I don't know if we're gonna do it now or in another video, but the next boss is actually the Bed of Chaos. And when I said Dark Souls, doesn't have parts that have artificial difficulty, or you can do all Dark Souls just by not worrying. You can not die actually if you do everything by the book, if you pay attention every time. So it's actually an easy game for that. But this boss is kind of a nightmare for some Dark Souls players, just because it's not actually fair. It's not a good boss design. And as you can see, you can actually die while going against this boss, and your progress against it is gonna be saved even if you die. And I mean, if you do have to save the progress of a player against a boss, it's probably not that much of a fair boss, I guess. So let's go and kill it. Before of that, there's another one of the Daughter of Chaos. Just kill her, dispatch her quickly before she does any of her pyromancies. Be careful of this guy. They're not so tough, but they do have some interesting attacks. So you're gonna find the fire whip, and now we can go and do the Bed of Chaos. Let's go. So you're just gonna have to be pretty fast for this boss. You can actually equip. There are many strategies to cheese this boss. But if you wanna do this boss, legit, as some might say, just put something like the Aval Ring. Try to use 2 shields, maybe the Grass Crest shield in this end, this in the other end because it's a better shield, but the other because of the stamina recovery. Try to be as fast as possible. You can do this as a minigame. Anyway. Why do we have two shields? Why don't we have a weapon? Because, you know, this boss doesn't really have that much health. Every time you destroy one of its parts, there are 3 parts to this boss. When you destroy the third one, you win. And when you do destroy one part, he gets angrier. Yeah, as you can see there, he actually gets pretty angry, and the tiles of the floor destroy themselves. Fuck. And it's not easy to predict his attacks. I mean, I don't think you can even predict his attacks. Oh fuck. Fuck. I mean, as I said, you can just die against him. It's not that much of a problem. Because when you get back, your progress will be saved. Another thing, remember to equip the orange charge ring, because sometimes I did forget and I did die for that reason. So remember to equip it when you go back. If you want, you can equip a weapon. I'm not gonna do that because, I mean, we don't have to kill anything, we just have to be fast. I'm fast as fuck, boy. Anyway. Quotation marks. So let's go back. We actually left our souls in a sorry state. So I'm not sure if we're gonna recover them. We probably should though. What were they, like 20k? I don't remember. So you can go past everything. As you can see, these things are pretty slow. So it's actually pretty easy to go back to the boss, and that's not a problem even if you die. Running in the 90s is the new place I like to be. We are running in the 90s. Yes, I wanna know, yes, I wanna see. Okay, let's get our souls back, if we can. Whoa! Maybe we can't, actually. Oh. Wow, this guy's pretty mad. Fuck! We got them! Fuck. Okay, we didn't get them. Oh god! This is gonna be a long night! So, and that's why this is artificial difficulty, boys. You actually cannot, you know, prepare for this boss. And one of the things of Dark Souls is it's not that much of an action game, but it's actually more of a JRPG. So you can just level up to the max and you're probably not gonna have any problem. You can just gear up and you're just not gonna have any problem against any boss. if you have enough levels, if you have enough equipment. But against this boss, you know, you can just get it one time and you're gonna die. So your equipment doesn't matter. Your experience kinda matters actually. If you're really good at the game, you usually don't get it by it, or you can cheese it. I encourage you to go to some other channel, for example, Lobos Jr. If you know, if you're a fan of Dark Souls, you probably know him. Anyway, there are a bunch of guys who actually do some cheese tactics for bosses, do showcase them. Pretty good tactic to do with this guy is just let's see if the arena is gonna crumble under our feet. Of course it is. So you can just kill this guy by shooting some arrows in the right places and getting that and the other extremity just with the arrows. So let's see. Let's bait an attack. Let's bait an attack. Are we baiting an attack? Yes. Fuck. Okay, you do have to bait the attack and then you have to jump quickly before you die, like that. Because, you know, even if you manage to you know, to do the jump, which is not actually that easy. I mean, maybe it is, but I'm not that good with jumps. So if you do, even if you do manage to do the jump, if you don't bait the attack, it's gonna catch you midair, and you're gonna take a lot of damage if not, if you don't, you know, die instantly. So let's do it again. Let's see if we can do it another time. Running in the 90s. So let's go this way. Sorry. Rip headphone users. Anyway, let's go ahead and try not to die. Should be, you know, kind of easier this time. The floor has already fallen, so we know where to go. Okay, so let's go ahead and bait out another attack. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, we did it. We actually did it. Easy. Easy game, easy life. Anyway, now the hard part is getting back. Actually. Fuck. I'm actually not sure if you can do that jump. But anyway, you can also close the game and you don't have to run back. If you close the game when you're fighting the Bed of Chaos, it's gonna take you outside the boss fog. and you don't have to run back. So if you do that, you don't want to lose time, you know, just eat it, eat the thing, and then close the game. It's gonna take you outside the boss fog, and you can just go in again. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's go another time. So this time, we're just gonna have to go through the front. Let's go. Deja vu, I have been in this place before. Higher on the street. As you can see, he's very much angry. Just use your shield. Wait out another attack. The floor is gonna give in before your feet. So you just have to be very careful. You have to be careful of his hands, of the floor, and of the giant sight. I recommend you actually make the floor fall before you go in, so you can see where you have to go. Make him sweep. Fuck. Make him sweep both times, you know, before you go in. I forgot actually. Remember to let him do that. Okay, now he sweeps. One. One time, two times. Fuck. I have to go here. Okay, he sweep it 2 times, we can go in. Try to be quick about it, because sometimes he does these huge pillars of flame. Even if you are inside, you are at risk. So just go and kill it quickly. Anyway, let's rest at the bonfire and let's level up. We can get more endurance. 40 is good. Let's take more dexterity. And so, next time we're probably gonna go to the New London ruins, which means the Firelink Shrine. But I don't know if we actually went to the lake to open the DLC, because you know it's a process with a bunch of steps. Maybe we can do it all in one, or maybe we can do it now. Let's see. The Duke describes. Let's go to the Undead Parish. Let's see. Change your shield. Put whatever weapon on. Maybe the claymore. Anyway. Wait a second. Did we take the crest of Artorias? I don't think we did actually. Okay. Okay. Okay, purchase item. Oh, we didn't take the crest of Artorias actually. Let's use some souls. Because we're gonna have to fight Seath. And probably we're gonna fight Seath before the kings. Let's see how much. 8,000. Okay. Let's use. I don't know how much this is. 4,000. Okay. Okay. So let's purchase the item, the crest of Artorias, and that's gonna help us with the. We can fight. I was actually gonna go to New London, but you can fight the four. You cannot fight the four kings before you kill the Seath, the Wolf of Artorias. Some spoilers here. If you're watching this series, I think you have spoiled yourself already. But anyway, if you do actually, wait a second. Let's put on the wolf ring. If you go before killing Seath, if you go through the DLC and you kill Artorias, you're gonna unlock a special cutscene because Seath recognizes you. Since you go to the past and you actually help him and kill Artorias, so freeing him from the abyss, he recognizes you, he sniffs you, he's kind of friendly at the beginning, but since he has the duty to defend the tomb of his master, in the end he attacks you anyway, reluctantly. But it's a really cool cutscene and a really cool concept. Now we're gonna kill the Hydra actually. So, if you want to kill the Hydra, first thing first, you have to kill these guys. Be careful of the shots. This is, pressurized water. The Hydra can actually kill these guys. You see, this guy doesn't have all of his health. Probably he took one shot from the Hydra. So you can use it to your advantage. Anyway. Let's take the let's see if we do more damage with the demon spear. We actually have to upgrade it. It's not that good now. 2 more upgrades and it's gonna be a pretty good weapon. Anyway, you know, just zigzag and you're probably gonna avoid most of the Hydra's shots. And I actually forgot, but a good way to engage the Hydra is using the rusted iron ring, which we took when we got back to the undead asylum. Because you know the first ads, as you can see, we are cutting the ads. The first are pretty easy. The others can get a bit farther away, so some mobility and speed is recommended. So let's block another hit and then we're gonna change our ring. So ring. Easy. Now we should be fine. See? We can now travel faster in the water and take the ads one at a time, easily. Fuck. Man, I really gotta work on my aim. How many ads? Just 2? Okay. Be careful. Watch out for the water because you know you can actually die if you go. You can see the line. If you go beyond that line, you're actually just gonna die. So be very careful. Try maybe to distance yourself a bit. Let's see. TZ is always a pain. Look how far it goes. You should just try, you know, and catch it. It's not easy, of course, but you know. Fuck. Well, as you can see, I died there. You can try and run preemptively. If you wanna catch the head. It's not always that easy, of course. Let's warp again to the parish. Another thing you can do, you can go more to the left, and I think there is a bigger space for you to run. Otherwise, you're probably not gonna catch the tail, and it's not that easy to run after the tail and see where you're going at the same time. Of course, you can use some arrows, and that's, you know, pretty easy. You can use sorcery, that's pretty easy too. You can do it like this too. It's not that hard either. So let's go ahead and kill the Hydra, and then we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna try and go faster this time. Let's see if we can do it actually. We took one hit, but you know, the golem took one too, so it's all good. Okay, the last golem. Nice. Let's go. Okay, let's take our souls back and let's go again. Maybe there is actually an easier way to kill the Hydra without killing the dead. And we're gonna try that too. Come here, boy. Okay, 3 heads. As you can see, it has a little more health left. We could just, you know, use the Black Knight Halberd, which does more damage. Yep, and we killed it instantly. Because, you know, it has deaths, but it also has a bar of life, which you can use to just kill it. Anyway, for now we're gonna call it a day. Next time we're probably gonna begin to open the DLC and we're gonna kill Seath. And then we're gonna go to New London. So, see you next time. Remember to give it a like if you like the video, to subscribe, and if you want to, you can go to my Twitch channel and you're gonna find some other content ranging from Dark Souls to variety gaming in general, and I think you're gonna have a good time. So see you next time and bye.